rolls ball in. It's still loose, and it's Luton!
It's McAnuff, goes past a couple, into the box, get the shot off. Yes! We're on Wembley! After the ball in.
Oh, what a chance here! They've done it!
Lefondre looking to get close side of Font. Lefondre away from David. 3-1 Reading. 3 points Reading.
Hello and welcome to another EPR Watchalong for a huge match. Could be a season-defining one at Luton Town tonight. Only one change coming into the air game. Lucas João obviously missing out because of his shoulder injury. George Puskas coming in. Are we feeling optimistic tonight, Matt? And get your score predictions in the comments as well.
Yes, I am feeling optimistic. I think we're all going to have one eye on the Barnsley game, aren't we? Let's be honest. But yeah, no, I'm feeling optimistic. We had very similar squad last year when we beat them obviously away. We've got a good record against Luton. I know whenever you say that, it means a loss, but we do, and it's a positive. So yes, I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna be positive, and I think we're gonna have a nice, comfortable. I'm gonna say 3-1 win.
3-1. Wow.
3-1.
I hope you're right. I really do, Alex. What are you going to say about the game tonight then?
Yeah, Robbo going for 3-1 for us as well. Chris 2-0. To be honest, I don't really care what the score is tonight. Just win. Just win. 1-0. Comes off Puskas' ass in the 95th minute. That's perfect, isn't it? And if Huddersfield can do us a favour as well and pick up a victory against Barnsley, I'll forgive you maybe for beating us in the playoff final. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe not. Huddersfield, if they can do us a favour tonight, I'm definitely a Huddersfield fan right now. I'm fully supporting the Terriers. Always love those lads. Loved them when they're at Leeds Road and their new stadium. God, I remember getting to see them there many years ago. Reading losing 3-0, I think. But we just got to get that win to get the confidence. Let's forget all about the other match which is going on, Barnsley. We can't affect that. If we can just make it even the worst case scenario, which would be we match Barnsley's result tonight, it just keeps it going, Alex, doesn't it? And if we just keep that pressure there, you never know, something might happen.
Yeah, we just got to keep the pressure on. If you're outside the playoffs, all you can really do is make sure that you're picking up the points you need. And if we can do that, then that's brilliant. And, then look forward to the weekend and hopefully we can close the gap somewhat if we don't do it tonight.
Yeah, I like that. Leo 4-1, the similar cup final. I was there for that one. 2-0 from Terry, obviously up in Australia. Got to admire that man. Yeah, again, I don't know what the time is there. I have no idea, but it's the middle of the night, isn't it? I'm feeling a little bit less optimistic about this. I have to be totally honest. I'm sorry to put that out there. My head is saying 1-0, but my heart is going to say 2-1. So I'll stick with a 2-1 prediction. But who your goal scorer going to be tonight? Who's going to be the hero, Matt? Who is going to get us those 3 points that you're predicting?
Husky's going to get one. Of course he is. Always put him in the goal scoring predictions. I think he's going to get. I think he's going to get a couple. I think he's going to get a couple. Mate, potentially, quite possibly.
Yeah, Mate loved it last time, didn't he? Yeah, was it 4 goals he got there? Which was that the game when he sat there and ate the pizza?
Yeah,
mighty
Mate.
Mighty Mate.
And he's now our highest scorer against Luton or something, isn't he? Since in the last 30 years or possibly ever, which is just crazy given it just all came in one game.
So this is a good
an interesting quote. Yeah, I think we're looking at the same thing here, Paul. That if we win and beat Swansea, we're going to bring them into the fight. I don't know how many points are Swansea ahead of us now.
Swansea are on 76, so 9 points. 9 points off us.
So if we win and Swansea lose, and we're asking for a lot, aren't we?
Yeah.
For Swansea to
Oh, is it Rhino's birthday today? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rhino's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Good for him to get a goal, yeah.
That would be nice.
But no, if we
Swansea are 9 points ahead of us, I think we're asking a lot. But if we win, we're 6 points behind. We've got to beat if we beat them, then we're down to 3. I mean, it's not impossible. We're asking a lot, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, I think I'd just be concentrating on Barnsley for a bit. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen in that game at all. Huddersfield have got nothing on that really, have they? I know theoretically they could go down, but I mean, just watching this Rotherham match tonight, Rotherham just aren't very good, are they, Alex? I can't see them picking points. No,
Rotherham are pretty poor quality. They're in bad form. Unfortunately, it feels like they've probably, they've probably lost tonight as well. Looking at it, I think it's 2-1 at the minute, and that kind of puts the pressure off Huddersfield a little bit as well.
Yeah, Bournemouth are looking good, aren't they, Paul? I've got to say, they are absolutely flying at the moment. It seems a long time ago that we beat them 3-1, wasn't it? Lucas Jow, incredible goal. Lauren score again that night. I can't remember who got it was a McIntyre, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And we just bossed them completely, Matt, didn't we?
3-1, and we were all getting ready on the playoff party and looking at the promotion. The fickleness of football.
Why not, though? Yeah, we're still... The frustrating thing about this situation that we're in now is that we've had opportunities to really make that jump into the playoff spots. And it just worries me with the players that they've got that mental edge, Alex, that we've seen even in the game that we saw last week. Mate has a great chance to score, make it 1-0 against Cardiff, and it just doesn't happen, does it?
Yeah, you're right. It's a difficult one with the players not necessarily taking the opportunities, but they've had enough chances throughout the season. Just about to kick off here.
Yeah, just about to start. Is it another sponsor? I've no idea. It probably has. It's probably called.
Don't know what happened there. At least just wandered straight into the opposition half before kick-off. But Luton have clearly got something
pushing Puskas back as well. So
here we go. We're off in Luton then.
Luton must be going for that 9-second goal that we scored against Blackburn, all lining up to rush into our half.
We were in the cup when we lost there 1-0. That was a weird game, wasn't it?
And interestingly, I don't know if anyone remembers, that day we had awful sun glare behind the Luton goal. Now, as it pans around to the right, we've got an awful sun glare in the Reading goal this time.
That's the problem if you've got a stadium with stands so high, it's kind of like the height of a Wendy house, isn't it? You're going to always have that slight issue.
Aren't Luton looking at moving stadiums? I think they've got stadium. Yeah. I think they've got planning permission to build somewhere else. I don't know how long they've got left at Kenilworth Road now.
Right.
But it can't be years.
Hopefully the away end isn't through someone's back garden. That's all I can say.
I quite like that in many ways, but I
always wanted to experience it. And last year, obviously, was the first time we played Luton for about 15 years in the league, I think. And of course, COVID hit a month before we were due to play Luton, which meant I didn't get to experience it. And now they'll probably end up moving stadiums, I guess, before we play them. Middle of
next season.
That.
Next season.
I'm not sure on that one. No. But
we can live in it. We can live in hope.
Cross the ball in. That's a great
block there. Please clear that.
Big block.
Nicely done.
Shaky start.
Yeah, Luton started okay.
Pressure.
I mean,
on the right hand
side. If you're watching us tonight, let us know. Are you that bothered about how we play anymore? I'd rather just see us win 5 games and just get promoted, frankly.
Oh, I do. I don't give a toss how we play. I really don't. I do not care. I don't care how we win, how we do it. Just do it.
It's still in our area here. Just get rid of it.
It's very scrappy at the moment.
Very well here.
They almost look just panicked at the back right now, and at least trying
to shot though, have they? Well, no,
they've had no shots yet, and it's pushed up over the halfway line. To be honest, if our podcast is about 10 minutes tonight and it's us going Reading 1-0, we were shit. That's fine by me.
That's fine by everyone, isn't it? So just like you say, get the win. This part of the season, you don't care about play styles. You don't care about how you play. You might want to at the start of the season look to build something. When it gets to crunch time, it's all or nothing right now. You can care if it's one shot, one goal, and we win 1-0. You just need to get it. You need to find a way to get results at this point of the season.
So, hang on. I just watched in the other game as well, Huddersfield and Barnsley, and Huddersfield are definitely on top. So I just want you to know that.
All
Thank you.
Huddersfield, aren't we?
Yeah, at the moment I've got 3 screens and my brain is frazzled. If I was to look at my phone right now, I think I'd actually explode. I think that would just be too much for me. But there's not much happening here. The Reading match, Luton, it's a real scrap in midfield.
Reading really haven't actually got hold of the ball at all yet, have they?
No.
A number of niggly fouls as well.
Free kick against Ajaria. I've got Barnsley on the brain now.
Just can't help it. It's there. Luton manager, is it? It's Jones, isn't it? It's Nathan Jones. Yeah, he looks always so on edge. He looks it's so on edge. I mean, it's a very stressful job, isn't it, being a football manager? So I understand that.
The job he's done at Luton though is just crazy when you think about it. You know, where he took them, obviously from pretty much League. It was League Two, wasn't it? He brought them up to the Championship. Or did he? No, he left before.
I think he left. He left just before they were about to get promoted to the Championship.
But like obviously fails at Stoke, but then goes back to Luton and saves them from relegation last year. And in mid-table this year, Luton.
Yeah, they are. I looked up earlier that as it stood before the game, I think they're 14 points behind us. And our goal difference is 22 plus for us. So there is a bit of a difference.
Bit of a difference, but still mid.
Oh no! Our wage bill I suspect is about 150% higher than theirs. So, so there should be. It's not everyone can run a club that's paying out 220% of its wages and not be successful. That takes a certain level of
that just takes talent. That really does.
I'm sure if teams like Real Madrid or Barcelona needed any advice on how to do that, they can probably approach Dai Young though.
Yeah, I'd love to know, would Dai Young, if he'd had the opportunity one day, would he have ever joined the Super League?
I think without question, he would have done.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I think a lot of teams, had they have actually been offered it, probably would have. I reckon 75% of teams would have.
Yeah. Andy Uddin with a throw in here on the right hand side in our half of the pitch. We haven't really got into the Luton half with any.
No, I was just thinking. To be honest, we haven't held the ball for more than 20 seconds.
No,
really. Luton have really pressed us very quickly every time we've touched the ball so far.
Only 5 minutes into the game, though. So,
are either of you surprised that John Swift hasn't started today?
No, because it looks so unfair when he played.
Yeah, when he came on at the weekend, it was like it looked like someone that had only played 10 games. Yeah, and I just think Elise is so settled there at the moment in the midfield, you know, in the middle, playing as a number 10 essentially at the moment. There's no reason really to bring him out, is there? I know we've got a good record with Swift in the team when he starts. I think we're still unbeaten this season when he starts, but yeah, I would have brought him in.
Just to point out, by the way, at Kenilworth Road, on the far side from where the camera is, the seats are still wooden.
They are, yeah.
It's very much a throwback, isn't it, Kenilworth Road? To like,
I think the lower tier are just benches as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're not even seats.
It's not even for a seat. It's incredibly like old school. It's very, very reminiscent. It reminds me a lot of Plymouth's ground before it got done up.
And that's been done up for a while now, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, they only put in. They did the new main stand, didn't they? I think last season was it. So.
Yeah, but getting back to the game here, while we're watching the Reading game, it's not much happening at all. Raphael's got the ball here. We're playing around with it at the back. So we just another game when I think we've started slowly. We just a pattern of these matches when we even get away with it.
We struggle to really get a grip on the game early on, seemingly, and I mean it's another one hit. Deflected shot, Raphael
relatively
safe in the end. Raphael. But it's a weird one because, like, I mean, you look back to when we were under Clement, and you know, there was a period after after half time, you'd have that about 10-minute period of just terror where we'd just always concede. We just couldn't come out the blocks, and it seemingly, I mean, so many times we're seeing that, but at the start of the game, really, with Reading at the moment, you know, we just can't get a grip on game. We can't put offense on the ball. And
well, Greg summed up. It is so scrappy so far, isn't it?
Mm.
But if we just show them a bit of quality here, we will get chances. I think it's just it's poor there for Ajari. As soon as I say
that's 2 or 3 times that Ajari was just put it to absolutely nobody.
No.
It's not been as
feels like our performance against Cardiff yet again, just nervous and not really.
We're not wanting to do anything wrong.
The pressure, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No one wants to do anything wrong, but in doing so, they're just overcomplicating the most simplest of things so far. You know, simple passes from Obi, like Alex said, 2 or 3 gone astray already, and again, just playing up for Mate, and he can't even keep it. And Luton coming again down the left. Pass it back now towards halfway line.
Your player of the season, then mine would be still Lucas Jow. RFC Bluey has gone for Morrow or Lauren. Who would you go for, Alex?
See, I would go Morrow, Lauren, and Lucas Jow as the top 3. Probably Jow top, Lauren second, Morrison third, but those 2 pretty close, I think.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good players, isn't there, Matt? I mean, it's for once we can actually look at it in a positive fashion, not who's been mostly shit, basically, which is quite good.
Yeah, and it might not be a keeper this year, which is a rarity for Reading, not to have a keeper as a player of the season. We love a keeper as player of the season. But yeah, no, I think I do think if it, I know a lot of people will be annoyed at Zhao. Oh my, what is that?
That is an up and under there. I think they're from Puskas, which
I mean, it nearly worked. We want to throw in. But yeah, no, I think a lot of people will criticise Zhao for how he's finished the season, but I think it has to go to Zhao. What he's done for the club this season has been brilliant. We win a corner down on the right. It's better from Reading, but yeah, for me, it's Zhao hands down for player of the season.
I like
this your player of the season well, Paul. If you couldn't vote Lucas Zhao, Paul.
I would go. Probably it's between Josh Lauren or Morrison, because I think Morrison's been brilliant, but probably you give it to Lauren. Yeah,
I'd probably go Morrison. I think.
Yeah, it's
out of 2.
Is a corner coming in, cleared away quite comfortably by Luton. Not terrible, but just.
Sean goes Omar Richards, which I think is probably going to be an underrepresented. Well, that's well away from Raphael under pressure. I think Richards will get probably less votes than
he should.
Than he probably would in a normal year. I think he's his form definitely fell away in the second half of the season slightly, but he's given we've all seen how good he's been. It's surprising that he's probably not really even going to end up close to the top 3, I'd imagine.
I think when it gets put to you as well, I think it's quite surprising really as well, because actually when you think about it, I'd almost be tempted to sneak him in instead of
push Gascon down injured. Fantastic news.
Yeah.
Greg, controversial that you wouldn't have.
He's fine.
He's back up. Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't have Greg have Zhao in your top 3. Explain that. He's got 19 goals this season. I know he's missed some sitters, but if we didn't score those goals, you wouldn't even have the opportunity to get into the playoffs. I mean, it's opinions, but I think it's quite harsh on him.
Run time from games is quite possible.
I think he probably does, actually. He's got a touch of James Harper with his energy.
Oh, he does, doesn't he? He's like a little Duracell bunny. Doesn't stop. Ridiculous. I think he might live quite close to the stadium, though, from memory. So I don't think he's going to have too far to run, at the very least.
You reckon he lives up in Green Park somewhere?
Have a feeling he might do, yeah.
Luton playing.
I think the thing about Laurent that kind of brings him kind of out when I think of Richards is just his final quality. I think he runs and runs and runs, and he will always give his 100%. But I just when you actually think about, I think Richards slightly deserves it more. I think, in my opinion, it'll be a controversial one. But
have a look at the chat, Lansley. Come on.
I know, but someone had to say it.
That's not bad for Lauren, Richards, Morrison. I can see that being. I can think all 3 of them are like, all three of them are deserving. And that's probably a good thing. It shows how well we've actually played this season, is that we've probably got 5, at least. We haven't even mentioned Elise in this conversation, have we yet?
Yeah, well, there's lots of players that could be up there. I mean, there's loads of contenders. I don't think there's anyone who definitely, he's easily. Look, people don't want Lucas Joe in the top 3. That's fine, isn't it? It's opinions, isn't it?
I think it's, I mean, we've got probably 5, maybe 6 players who all, have had very, very good seasons and all could be considered a player of the season this year. If you look back at the last few years, that's a dodgy back pass back. That's well dealt with though by the Luton keeper. But come on, finish it, Pascal.
It's a plan ball anyway, isn't it?
He
still missed it. I mean, I know it didn't count, but
he cannons it at Puskas.
It's not a good pass by Ajaria, but I have no idea how Puskas has put that wide.
Oh, when you see it back, it's
an appalling shot from George Puskas, in all honesty.
You reckon it wasn't given a handball?
We haven't seen any replay of
It was a blatant handball. So
I have to say, nothing's happened.
Yeah, nothing's happened.
The first shot of the game for either team.
Up until that Puskas moment, that was it. Nothing of any interest has happened at all in the game for either team, really. There was a block early on from a Luton Town shot. That was decent. I think it was maybe Liam Moore blocked it. I'm not completely sure.
Raphael had a very straightforward save as well, straight at him. But we haven't missed much, in all honesty.
No, there's nothing really to report, sadly. No missed chances.
No missed chance, no real good passage of play yet either, has it? I mean, our best chances come from a pretty poor pass at the back and a bit of pressure, really. It's just...
Ajaria was way too high as well.
That's not a great clearance.
Everything right now.
Well swept up, though, by Rinomota. That's lovely play by Rinomota.
And then an absolutely awful pass.
It was a lovely little flick, just to criticise Ovi. It was a lovely little flick as well from Ovi. So
yeah, there was.
Back heel.
He's going to do something
what he can do
better. That's what you want to see.
That's a
from Elise. This is a good question, Greg. You are firing them in tonight. Rinomota, Lawrence. I don't think we will with Swift because his wages will be so high. I don't think we'll be able to get him. Laurent, Rinomota. I don't know. They both had really good.
Laurent only signed a 2-year deal. It's Reading.
That's a poor pass.
Poor pass at the end there from Yadam. Yeah. Better though. Better in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Yeah.
I mean, on the Laurent topic, you must kind of expect that they must be looking at something this summer for a contract extension. You would have thought he can't be on massive wages at the moment, can he?
No, I don't think he's on very high wages at all. So it wouldn't surprise me if Reading are looking to try and extend him by a year.
Someone else could easily come in from them, take a chance on him, couldn't they? Higher up in the league or even being promoted. You just
I have to say, I'm not sure any team are going to take a chance on him. As much as we've seen him be a good player, I don't know if he's good. If Laurent is really the type of player who'd be able to step up yet another league.
Yeah, no, maybe.
I feel like a lot of his game relies on high energy, and that will take him quite a long way. But I'm just not sure he'd be able to step up to the Premier League.
Bournemouth fan here predicting a 1-1. You're flying, mate. Absolutely flying. Was that 6 wins on the trot for Bournemouth now? Insane.
Is that Jonathan Woodgate? Let's just ask the question: is Jonathan Woodgate doing a good job, or is it just Bournemouth players are just much better than the Championship level?
I think it's the latter. Personally, I think it's the latter.
I reckon T-Mac will be here next season. I'm fairly confident on that one. I reckon
they're leaving it so late, though, aren't they? You do start to wonder.
I think they're waiting to see. They're waiting for the season to end.
Yeah, I think in this scenario it makes sense because players will be waiting to see what league they're in as well. Because
no one wants to sign a contract until they mathematically know where they're going to be at. Because if we if we do end up getting promoted and Team X signs a Championship deal in inverted commas, he's going to have completely mugged himself off, isn't he? Oh, that's a nice little block there from Josh Laurent though to win the ball back. We need more players pushing up though once we've won the ball. We're very slow to get out, aren't we?
And well, Luton are just swarming the bodies as well. They're just swarming everyone around, and we just can't break through it at the moment. It's very high intensity. You've got to give Luton props.
I don't know which game's worse, our game or the Barnsley-Rotherham one. Barnsley-Huddersfield game. That was pretty poor as well.
And it's a good head away from Richards there.
Has there been any chances in the Barnsley-Huddersfield game?
No, I don't think so. I'm only watching it vaguely, but yeah.
Who do you think is better currently, Matt? Elise or Ajaria?
Oh, Ajaria has been on very good form though. That's the thing. I'd probably say Elise. I'd say Elise still at the moment. I think across the span of the season, Elise has had much more impact than Ajaria. Ovi's had spells. He's had moments of real brilliance as well.
I'll take
a good take there from Raphael.
I'd take the flip side of that and say Elise hasn't been so good in the last few weeks, and Ajari's actually been better.
Of late,
no, I disagree. Yeah. I think Elise. So I think Ajari is definitely better technically. He's a better ball player, like better on the ball than Elise. But Elise is a game changer, whereas Ajari is not necessarily one.
I think he has been. Is Luton coming forward here?
Oh, you've got to come out with Raphael.
A score there, hasn't he? That's a terrible miss by Luton. I mean, I'm here for it. I'm a fan of it. He's got
Jake Ajari signed for 3 million. That's really close. Should have scored there.
It's such a poor finish, though. It's just, I mean, it's a hard finish, but I mean, you've got to be putting that away.
I'm really surprised that Raphael hasn't come and claimed that, to be honest. Maybe
it's just too far, though. No, I think it was just too far out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's in that perfect zone of not being able to come for it.
The corridor of uncertainty to bring up.
It is indeed. Everybody will be enjoying hearing that because I'm sure he's watching. Yeah. But I mean, it's good to have both Elise and Ajaria in the team, isn't it? I don't think there's any major issues with either player. I think both of them are going to have a season when they're just unplayable at some point, whichever club they're at. But
do you think we keep Elise this summer, or do you reckon?
Probably not.
Do you reckon someone comes in for him?
No, I think we have. I mean, surely we have to sell him with our finances. Our finances are abysmal.
Or would you potentially sell? Would you look to sell Swift with 1 year left on his contract? Because you could look at doing that. Yes, you're not going to get the fees we were hoping for probably this summer, or last summer, I should say. But you could look to potentially sell Swift.
Would you? I mean, yeah.
No one's coming in to buy John Swift.
That's the problem.
John Swift this season. I mean, this is an interesting question. Where would we strengthen the most? It really depends on who leaves in the summer. That's not a great piece of play for him more, but we've got away with it. I mean, the obvious answer is probably we need wingers and a left back if Richards is leaving, which it seems nearly certain. After that, who knows really? Oh, that's not a great ask for Ajaria. After that, I think, we probably all like a better striker as backup for Lucas Shaw, but I think it's unlikely that we're going to find one in our price range, let's be honest.
I think we need to find a player who replaces Swift in the team and is fit on a more regular basis.
This is probably leads us on nicely to Rob's point. What if OV plays in the middle next season if we sign a winger?
Yeah. Well, we kind of discussed this. We discussed this between us a few days ago because, like, we were talking about where does the players fit in? And to be fair, I think if you get two natural wingers, or if you look to get two natural wingers in the transfer window, you can then move OV centrally. You could sell Elise, and you've got a heck of a lot of money there.
I'll be down for Bulldog scoring or Hasman if McNulty wants to come back and score like 20 goals next season for Reading. Either of those are fine.
I can't see it. I'll be quite frank with you, Alex.
I'm not sure either of them will ever score for Reading again, though.
A Bulldog could score. That's in the last couple of games when he's come on. He's actually played quite well. Good score tonight.
I mean, let's not jump the boat too much.
Come on, optimism. You never know.
He did set up the Mate goal at the weekend.
He did.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll give you.
It was
give you
a
that
pretty perfect cross.
It was ideal. There is really not a lot happening in this Reading match at all, especially from our point of view. Luton had just missed that absolute sitter, but we've had nothing.
I mean, what's stopping us from playing tonight? Because this is again
ability. I don't
not
know.
a great
Playing well.
All Raphael.
What's he doing?
Okay.
I don't understand what's in his mind there. He
Come and
just
catch
palms
it.
away onto the penalty
Catch it or punch it. Surely, don't like
catch
just
it, punch it, or leave it. You don't just.
Oh, it's in the box here for Luton.
Oh, good play there from Richards.
Lauren rushing out.
Bring it forward.
We're on the halfway line again. I mean, this is a good point, Aslan. This is not like this has been a symptom all season, hasn't it? We've started games terribly this year.
I've got to say though, in a Huddersfield-Barnsley match, Huddersfield are on top though. Barnsley have just had a half decent chance, but Huddersfield had a one-on-one and he just ran out of legs. So
interesting question from Ted on YouTube. If we don't make the playoffs, Reading are going forwards though. Push gas outside the area, has lost the ball.
Absolutely abysmal touchdown.
He is not having a good game so far.
No.
I mean, he gives the ball away, and he also gives away a free kick because he gets
because of his touch. Yeah,
I would eliminate nothing with our owners, Ted.
There is
there is.
I would say there's a definite chance that if if we don't make the playoffs, that by Christmas Pauno isn't here. There's definitely a good chance of that. The owners
are getting rid of them in the summer, Alex. It's totally logical. They shouldn't. They really shouldn't do that.
No, they shouldn't do that. But they're a bit mad, aren't they? I think they've shown their hand. As soon as we see a manager that doesn't look like they might get us promoted, the owners have got no kind of problem with getting rid of them.
No,
they got no filter when it comes to firing people, have they? So we saw that with Bowen, and I think if it gets to almost, well, probably very similar to Gomez, isn't it? If we're not quite as low as Gomez, but I mean, if we're out of the playoff picture by October time or November, you could probably see them changing him, couldn't you?
Would you want Matt Miazga back, either of you? I love Matt Miazga, but he's completely crazy, isn't he, sometimes?
Yeah. And I don't...
Yeah. If we had the option to bring Matt Miazga back, I would be very pleased to see him back at Reading, but I can't ever see it happening.
But you look at the fullbacks, the centre-halves that we could have next season. We could have Tom McIntyre, Liam Moore, and Tom Holmes, and Morrison. I mean...
There's no real point, I don't think.
I mean, obviously that depends on McIntyre signing his contract, but okay, even if we don't, that's still 3 decent Championship centre-backs.
Well, and Morrison as well, because Morrison's out as well, isn't he? So
yes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the strategy the owners have is definitely almost it's trying to replicate what Watford are doing and bringing in like the manager to get you promoted, but it just hasn't really paid off yet. Reading finally seem to have. This is probably our first sustained spell of possession, really. And Ajari has come off the left wing as well, interestingly. And we've kind of
almost centrally, isn't he now?
Yeah, definitely.
Number 10.
Good.
Dropped in central, and we've gone.
Go on, Lauren.
Right from Lauren.
Go on, Lauren.
Oh, I thought Mato was getting
really near anyone that one.
Actually, I think it was the back post, wasn't it, to Yeardom, and just flashes past him. It was a vicious cross. But
I think there's a personality clash there of a big time, Hasman. I think that was the issue there. A big personality clash. I think it kind of comes out of it when he recorded the podcast with him. I don't think Liam was very happy that when he was out injured, that he didn't go back into the team after all the times he played when he was injured.
Yeah.
So I think there was a lot of going. I'm sure that wasn't the only thing, but there was a lot of things going on there.
Bring back
Oliveira.
Oliveira.
He was decent for us, definitely a decent player,
hasn't he? He's got such a kind of mythical reputation with Reading fans, despite the fact he only played 10 games for us.
I only scored 3 goals. I think one of which was a penalty, wasn't it, on his debut?
Goals though. So
yeah, very important. And I think, I think the thing with Oliveira was it was his all-round play as well. We talk about Zhao and his all-round play, but I mean, Oliveira's link-up play was brilliant. It was so good. Like whenever he was on the pitch, you knew he was on the pitch. You knew he'd be doing something.
He's quite selfish, though, isn't he? I mean, he's quite selfish on the ball, though. Oliveira.
Yeah, but I mean, so Zhao. So Zhao, isn't he?
Great, go on.
Come on.
Why have we slowed it down again?
Just has brought it back. You should have carried on going forwards there.
Come on, Ovi. Massive clear needed.
Ovi on the edge of the area. Trying to make space for Leeds, but there's too many Luton players back.
Yeah.
We slowed the game right down once we got to the edge of the area for some reason there.
What's it with Puskas had two players in front of him, he didn't know where to go, and he just
Liam Moore is 20 yards out. And he's maybe not 20.
He tried the pass, but it wasn't. It was so obvious what he was going to do there. He's a centre half. I'm not.
Getting speeding the game up a little bit here. This is.
It's better.
Yeah,
it's better. We're now.
We've slowly improved.
We're now at about 4 or 5 out of 10 instead of 3.
Have we actually had a shot yet, though? Apart from the Puskas one that was on. No.
Nothing at all so far.
Still no goals though at Huddersfield though.
Yeah, what is the name of their stadium now?
Is it John Smith Stadium still?
John Smith Stadium, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll forever dream of Gylfi coming back, even if for one match. You never know, really, do you?
Oh, maybe. We'll do that, mate.
Richard just put it out wide. Come on, take it down. Oh, that's a terrible touch.
Abysmal. Yeah. No, he was open to get a tackle.
That was such a bad touch by Yeardom.
It wasn't the simplest of takes.
No, it wasn't a simple touch, no, but it was not a good. He's just put it back up in the air. He's kind of caught it on his foot, really, hasn't he?
It's amazing what Rodgers has done since he left us, though, isn't it, Andrew? Quite amazing. Fair to say he's been quite successful since he's left us.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Swansea, Leicester, or maybe
Raphael found injured.
He went down in one of the last games, didn't he, actually, as well?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got a...
Yeah, in the Cardiff match, I think he went down, didn't he? Yeah.
Maybe there's a niggling kind of injury there.
Are we going to see Southwood coming on?
Be interesting. Be certainly interesting. I think a lot of people still want to see Southwood. He's out of contract as well, isn't he, in the summer, I think, Southwood?
Yeah.
So, be interesting.
We should have started Swift, Joe says. I don't think Swift is fit, in all honesty, Joe. He looked really unfit last week when we played. I think he's on the bench because he's kind of half fit. And
there's no doubt he's a quality player.
Obviously, he's a good player, but
yeah,
if he's unfit, it's difficult to kind of see him getting through more than an hour of a game at the minute. Raphael seems to be okay. He's back up and running around a bit. So everybody's taking a quick drinks break here.
Yeah, on that hot steamy night in April when it's probably about 8 degrees.
Middle of Buckinghamshire, 10 degrees at most.
Does the goalkeeper need to go off there if he's had treatment?
No, you've had a head injury, I think, don't you?
I don't think the rules are different, aren't they? I wouldn't say he was awful. He just did look really, really unfit, Ted. I think that's the issue. He's playing games probably ahead of when he should be.
Yeah, I think they've tried to rush him back, haven't they? Obviously, rightfully so. Really,
well, he was desperate to play as well, isn't he? He's only played like 11 or 12 games this season at most. It's hardly any.
I think it might still be almost single figures. It might have been double in Cardiff or against Cardiff. So
it's a long pass forward there to Yeardom, but
we're just really struggling to just break Luton down.
Match, isn't it?
That's nicely done by Tom Holmes there. Really nicely done. He's played very, very well, Tom Holmes, when he's been at centre back since he's replaced Morrison. I know we haven't actually
that pass from Liam Moore
kept a clean sheet, but I've been
I think Holmes, I agree. Holmes has been really good at centre half and definitely a big plus for the whole of the season. Who would have expected him to play such a part in this season at the beginning? I definitely wouldn't have been one of those people. Oh, save there from Raphael. Probably was going in, wasn't it? So hard to tell. Let's have a look from behind.
Deals with it well.
Yeah,
Raphael,
that's definitely going in. Definitely. Should save that, though. But a longish range shot always worries me with Raphael. Anything outside the box stresses me out slightly.
Wouldn't be against Baldock having a run out instead of Puskas. I mean, the problem with this is that we saw Baldock play up front for, what was it, 5-6 games before Christmas, and we looked really, really bad. That's an interesting one. Luton. Low towards the near post, and it's just cleared away back out into Luton half.
That's fine. I don't have any problem with that clearance there. Just get rid of it there. Reset, start again. Some people like to be like the Barcelona tick-attacker football all the time, but I'm quite happy. Get rid. 0-0. If it stays 0-0, we get into half-time. Who knows what happened in the second half? But the problem is we just don't look like we're going to create many chances. We didn't create many against Cardiff. And the pressure...
For a while, though, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, I think we scored. We had quite a few against Barnsley.
That's true.
Yeah. And I think even against QPR, going back a bit
I think he might have wasted the rocket, to be honest, Andrew, against Cardiff last week.
It didn't really do much either, did it, in the second half? It didn't change much. And
that is a good place for Yeardom to give away a free kick.
Why would he?
If he's going to give away a free kick, I'd rather do it there than 2 yards further into the penalty box.
I don't think he needed to do that, though, did he?
No, he's running nowhere. He's running nowhere. Like,
I think he's passed Yeardom.
Let's have a look. We'll see it back on the replay here.
No, I think he's tripped over Yeardom's leg, isn't he? By the looks of it on the replay.
It's actually, if you see it from that angle, it's quite a different incident, isn't it?
Yeah, it isn't quite. On the original incident, it looks like Yeardom's gone in with his shoulder, but he hasn't actually touched him. He's tripped over Yeardom's foot. So, and a yellow card for Andy Yeardom, first of the night, I believe.
Yeah,
it feels a little harsh, but I guess you're always going to say that, aren't you? So,
Paul,
let's have down
from John Smith Stadium. How's it going?
At the moment, it is just about as dull as here, but more open. I'd say the quality of play is a little bit better at Huddersfield than it is here from both teams. But not
doesn't
much.
Take much, though, does it?
Not much. There isn't one team on top, though. It's kind of going end to end a bit. It's got quite scrappy. Barnsley may be coming back into the game more, but can't gauge it. I think Barnsley are feeling the pressure a little bit here. Because if Huddersfield had any more quality, they probably would be ahead. They've had a couple of opportunities.
I mean, if you're a Barnsley fan, you're very nervous at this point because you know if you lose tonight, there's a chance that you could drop out of the playoffs very, very easily by the end of the weekend.
Here comes the free kick anyway for Luton into our box housing it. Okay, that was absolutely dire. Yeah.
What's the point in that free kick? He's put it straight over the bar.
It's just terrible.
I think he's trying to whip it in with pace, though, hasn't he? On target, it might fly through everyone. It might get a nick in.
I've got to say, man,
he's tried to score the far post.
If you're going to put like a quick whip free kick into the box like that, and say it's got to be on target, you've actually got to get it on target. You can't just put it over the bar.
I could see the idea. I think.
Problem is, Lee, someone's got to want to buy him, and he's also on a good contract, so I don't think that's going to happen. I really like Swift. If we can get him fit, I think he's a quality championship player. But yeah, you are right. He is very injury prone now.
You just can't rely on him. You know, you want players in your team you can rely on that are going to play 40 games. Really, you don't want a player that can only play even 25 games a season. No. You know, you need in the championship
25 from John Swift. I don't know what he's done the last few years, but it feels like 25 is quite a lot for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one's more frustrated than him. I don't think he's a player who's I don't think there's many players at all that don't want to play. I think that's a myth.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of players will kind of look at the performance from against Cardiff when he came on. But I mean, yeah, you got to see it in reality. He's not playing for ages. You know, he's going to be as frustrated as anyone not playing. So it's not exactly like he don't want to play. But on the right, you don't trust.
Come on.
It's probably going to
give the ball back. very easily there again.
Yeah, we need to be careful in this game now. Last thing we need is a red card. Last thing. Luton coming forward here down their right-hand side.
Into the area. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Raphael. I mean, that hasn't got in, but is it because he's injured? He can't get down there? Because that was really bad.
That is not a good piece of goalkeeping.
It doesn't look right. Surely he's injured.
I mean, we do see that on an all too frequent basis with Raphael, don't we?
But he could be injured as well, though.
He could be. It could be. We'll go with that. We'll go with that to be nice to him.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with him wanting to stay on and everything. I don't think that's a bad characteristic, is it? But I think
your goalkeeper's a very key position, though, isn't it? If he's injured, you take him off. Like if he's struggling to dive, you don't want to keep.
It's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Exactly. So, as they come in forward again, Luton, they're going to roll out for a corner. Yeah, Luton corner on the left.
I don't know what you'd think about this. You kind of wonder, are Reading trying to get into the playoffs here, or are they just drifting through another season? It doesn't really feel like they're pushing on, and I'm not expecting shot after shot after shot and winning 3 or 4-0 or anything, but there doesn't seem any real energy or ideas, or is that just mental pressure just making?
I think it's a bit of mental pressure. It's a bit of mental pressure and a bit of. I feel like the team have probably run out of ideas of how to win games as well.
Yeah.
Good Luton corner, scramble in the box, but Reading free kick.
It's a free kick. Definitely. I mean, I can understand that, Rob. Put the darts on. I mean, I don't know who's doing well in the Premier League. Let us know.
Keep us updated with how it's going, because it will probably add some spark into the game. So.
A very private message for Rob Malloy that your mate Gavin will be very happy right now. So that's just one for him.
This is an interesting point about Estevez. Honestly, I think Estevez offers us a lot going forwards out wide, because he drives in with the ball. I would like to see him come on in the second half, just to offer a bit of push with the ball. We're very, very reliant on running. We're so reliant on runners, whereas we need someone to actually, dribble with the ball and pull it forwards. And Estevez definitely does that.
I mean, I know some people will definitely say Puskas isn't getting any service, and he hasn't seen a lot of the ball. But tonight, when he has seen the ball, he hasn't been great. I mean, is that just me thinking that, or is
I don't think anyone has been, though, has he? No one's been good tonight. It's not. Ovi's given the ball away multiple times. Elise hasn't affected the game. Mate even touched the ball.
I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure I have. I was thinking that a couple of minutes ago. Is he actually in?
It's like maybe Luton are putting 3 players on him from what happened last year at Kenneth Road, but
Luton into the penalty area.
Nothing.
It's a corner. If anything's going to be Luton, it's not going to be us. That is a certain. We don't look like we're going to score at all here. We're not even getting near the Luton penalty area, are we?
No. And Luton have had 4 or 5 corners now. They've had quite a few, to be fair. So.
And if Estevez, if Raphael is actually injured,
they'll probably assess him at half time, you'd think, wouldn't they?
I don't know, but it worries me with crosses. It's gone to the far post. It's going to come out to the edge of the area to Luton. Okay, I was a bit surprised by that one. Cross into the box.
That's away. Nice.
Yeah.
Is this
away for Luton to the end?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I'm sure if Ben Morley's been on the podcast about rotation, that's a poor pass there from Elise.
He couldn't have passed it more at the defender there.
No,
it's just dreadful.
Good passing to the game's there, so it gives them.
Yeah, so far today, it almost appears like Reading feel like they're playing in orange.
Yeah.
I think the fatigue thing is a big factor. Our squad is really quite small for a playoff push, and also we've been. I don't know if we've been unlucky compared to other teams, but we have had a lot of key injuries. When you look at Zhao was out, Swift, we've had Mate out.
Mate out.
Yeah.
Morrison out.
Morrison's not going to make a big difference tonight, though, is he? I mean,
well, no, but all the same, it's just another one to add to the list, isn't it? Lawrence driving forwards here.
Oh, that's a free. Come on, ref.
Mate's won himself a free kick just outside the box.
Maybe right on the edge, so that's got to be
19 yards from goal. Yellow card for the Luton captain as well. And genuinely, that's the first time I've noticed Yaku Mate.
Yeah, it's a great run, though. It's a brilliant run.
That is about 20 seconds after I've just tweeted that I've only just noticed Mate playing tonight. So great timing for me. Fantastic. please that my opinion.
Yeah, that when it does that to you, it's so dangerous putting those things out there. But also, if you put it out there, Alex, you encourage it.
John knows the score. Get Swift on. John Swift range.
Okay, so who do we want to take this free kick? Because at least
definitely not more.
Oh, God.
Give it to Liam Moore.
He has taken one free kick in the past, I seem to remember, and he was absolutely abysmal. And he always stands over these.
Now. Yeah, he took one last season somewhere. Maybe at Hull. Can't remember.
He's definitely taken one. I remember
Liam Moore is lining up with Elise, isn't he?
It's got to be.
If Liam Moore scores here, I think he is Zidane now. If this goes in,
statue outside the stadium if he scores.
Whoa, you've got big.
To be fair, Andrew, I'm not sure that Kenilworth Road goes up to Row Z.
I think it goes up to row D.
Come on, whoever it is, just
free kick here.
In.
Just hit the target. Do not hit the wall.
I should hope to be a shot at least.
Here we go. Stepping up more here. Is it going to be? Oh, he's hit the wall. And he's hit the wall again with a rebound.
Come on. If you're going to line yourself up, don't hit the wall.
No, I'm not having that.
On the plus side, it's a shot.
It's not even near going over the wall as well.
It's dreadful.
Oh,
all you can say is it's a centre back taking a free kick.
The rest of the championship set of fans are looking at that and saying, you've got Michael Elise, one of the hottest prospects in the championship for his age group.
I'm surprised that Bajari doesn't take free kicks, in all honesty.
Yeah, I'd rather have Bajari on that.
At least one of us take the corner.
Why does Bajari never get involved? Okay, now it's the corner now to Reading anyway.
That's a great.
That's away. Oh, that is.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
No, you're joking. No, tell me he's offside there.
George Puskas is having an awful game. Awful.
Please tell me he's offside. Because if he wasn't offside, that is shocking.
Yeardon was on, but yeah.
I think Puskas is onside. He's given.
I think he is.
He's definitely onside. 24 runs past him.
Surely he's got to try and take it down there. Take it down or just volley it. Don't head it for you've turned away from goal. It's an impossible header he's trying to make there.
Horrible.
It's just a waste.
Oh,
it's so dejecting though watching Puskas play like this. We saw him play quite well when he came. Well, when he came back, and obviously he had his few good games where he was subbed on playing well. But it's.
I can think of positive things to say that that is one hell of a long name you've got.
0-0. We haven't really given up a major chance to Luton except one. That's positive.
The positive thing is we're not losing.
We're maximizing these points at the minute.
Yeah, at the moment it's both 0-0 game. So, I mean, that's the positive, isn't it?
I think that might be just about half time.
Yeah. I'm just getting over that Puskas header.
He was definitely onside, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He was miles on.
I think so. I mean, let us know in the chat if they've said he was offside, but I don't think he was. I think that was.
It was a chance. It was certainly a chance. So.
Yeah.
I just can't believe he's not even put it on target there. He's out.
I don't understand why he's tried to head it. It's just a baffling header to make back away from goal. Here comes.
Come on, Ovi.
Out wide to Ovi.
Just get in the penalty.
Time to beat him, Ovi. It's time to skin him. Or give it back to Richards.
Really disagreed. Josh Lawrence been good this first half, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been the one with the energy driving forwards and stuff. So
come on, matey. I mean, he's trying to take on about 3 players there, to be fair to him, isn't it?
Crowded
It's
out
not
now.
really simple, is it?
Probably be half time now, I reckon. Yeah.
There we go
Half-time.
then. I can't agree with this, Ted. We definitely deserve to be near the playoffs.
We've won the games
Over a whole season. It's not a fluke, is it? So, yeah. Well,
0-0 at half time.
it wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. Puskas with the best opportunity with a header towards the end of the first half. But really, we're struggling to find anything else that was great going forward. Defensively, not too bad. There was one really good chance there for Luton, which he probably should have scored from. But, Alex, out of 10, what would you give that first half performance for Reading?
Probably give it a 5.
That's generous.
Very generous.
I think, put it this way.
That's the kind of score I normally give. So.
Yeah, if we did some chances, it would be lower, but we haven't really given them much opportunity to get into the game either. So it's not like we're under that huge amounts of pressure or anything. It's just that we're not really doing anything going forwards.
Yeah, what would you give it, Matt, out of 10?
I don't think I could pull myself to give a 5. 3.5, 4 at push, to be honest. Like, I mean, yes, we've given nothing away, but I mean, BBC Sport are saying that we've had 5 shots. I mean, all I can remember is the Liam Moore. Well, actually, the Liam Moore free kick and Puskas' header. That's all we've had.
There's two from Liam Moore's free kick, Puskas' header, and Puskas' shot, which looked like handball. That's 4 straight away.
That was handball though, so that's not going to be counted as a shot.
Well, I think Gregor mentioned it wasn't given as handball.
If it's so fair, I mean, you've got to agree here with John. Luton looked like a team chasing a playoff spot in this game. Which
is weird when you think they're safe. You know, Luton are they're not getting the playoffs. You know, they've got 57 points currently. You know, they've nothing really to play for, and at the moment they, like you say, they look like the ones that need the points to get in the playoffs. I mean, how no? I mean, I know someone said it earlier. Needs to shove a rocket up somewhere. I mean, something needs to happen because do something. Just show you're trying to get to the playoffs. Right now, it looks like the end of the season last year. You know, petering out. Yes, they're probably tired. We've had a lot of games, but just show something.
There's just nothing, is there, Matt? There's no kind of the basic things like passing, energy, space, movement.
Yeah,
this isn't there at all in the midfield. I mean, Lauren's done okay. I definitely say that Rinamoto's done okay. Those two are fine, but for the rest of the players, it's not been great at all. It
feels like we're missing someone who wants to pick the game up and really and take it by the scruff of the neck and say, I'm going to win the game for us, or I'm going to change the game. No one really feels
make that pressure move, do they? Nobody wants to take that risk.
There's nobody who seems to be willing to take a risk so far and try and grab the game.
On the flip side, though, that's usually Swift, isn't it? That's if Swift is playing, he'll drop deep and play it wide. Elise has done it at points, kind of Obi as well sometimes. But you know, one of those two need to step up because they're the two on the pitch. You know, you can't rely on Swift every single game, especially when he's not starting. So
I'm saying here, Puskas can't play as a single striker. He isn't good there as a single striker, but when he's had the opportunities, Adam, he has not looked good.
I have to say, I've really defended Puskas since he's been here, and I think he's been a little bit heavily criticised. But today is probably one of his worst performances.
One of his worst, easily.
Been genuinely awful so far.
Easily, yeah. I mean, there's not too many that
come out in the second half get a goal. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see players do badly. I want him to do well. So it was not good enough, really. In the position that we're in, you expect a bit more than that, don't you? Surely, it was pretty crap. We're not losing. That is the positive, and we played that poorly, and we still had a really good chance. Bulldog, do we get him on in say 20 minutes to go? If the situation is still 0-0, I mean, I can't see any reason why not to get him on at all.
What do you have to lose by? At the end of the day today, if we lose, does it really matter?
No. You've got to go for the win. Got to go for the win.
You have to go for the win. A draw, if we draw today and Barnsley pick up a draw, it doesn't really do anything. It really doesn't. Maybe if Barnsley are 2-0 down, then the situation changes slightly. But you've got to go and try and win the game today. You can't just be satisfied with a point.
Yeah, I mean, but Barnsley have let us back in because obviously the loss at the weekend. You know, they've dangled the carrot. You know, it's there. It's still 0-0 against Huddersfield. We're not going to get many more opportunities. You can't count on Barnsley to keep losing every single game or drawing every single game. Yeah, and it's pointless if they keep drawing if we don't take advantage of it. You know, you've got to. Someone's got to. You know, like you say, take the game by the scruff of the neck. Do something. Show something. Just show us that you're trying to do something. Because right now, after that half, there's nothing. You know,
it's sapping. Well, that first half was sapping to watch, wasn't it? It kind of like took all your enthusiasm out of it, but that could change really quickly in the second half. An early goal or just some intent. We just want to see some intent. Maybe it's a time to make substitutions at half time because it just wasn't there at all in that first half. And there's lots of
a lot of people in the comments are saying bring Swift on.
Yeah. I think maybe this is the time to gamble. I think we maybe do have to go for it because
I think I agree.
Even though he's not fit, because this is a season.
What would you probably do though at this point? Who would you bring on, and for who? Would you just bring Swift on at half time and leave it to 60 minutes? Maybe bring on Bulldog then, or do you wait a little bit? What do you guys think?
What do you think, Alex?
I mean, if you're going to bring Swift on, in all honesty, really the only choice you've got is to take off Rinomotor or Laurent because otherwise you're going defensive. It's unlikely to come on for Puskás, isn't it? Unless you're going to move Mate up top.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get Mate in the game more because in the first half he's barely touched the ball.
He's non-existent, The one free kick. I would almost be inclined to almost try a 4-1-2-1-2 or something diamond in the middle. Play Mate up with Puskás, just get him up there, try and get him into the game because out on the right, like you say, he's been non-existent. He's won one free kick and that's been it. You know, let's be honest.
Even that was when he drifted into the centre.
Exactly. So just bring him up top, play to up top. You know, we've been screaming it since we've had nothing to lose, really. You know, now if there's a time to go to up top, now is it. You know, play him up top, Elise in behind, Ovi maybe on the left. You know, Rinomotor on the right. You could bring Swift on and play him there as well. Take off Laurent or Rinomotor. But yeah, like I say, now's the time. If ever there's a time.
Swift.
There's a common theme. I think probably.
I don't know really. I'm not really sure what Reading fans are looking for here at half time, but I have a feeling that a lot of people want John Swift to come on. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what will give you that thought, but yeah, it's quite We've said our piece.
If John Swift is going to come on in the second half, then this is a great comment. Can't believe Alpha Semedo to come on and spark. Where would you like Alpha Semedo to come on?
Centre attacking mid. Bring Elise off and bring Semedo on. We know he's always the first choice for that substitution. So let him work his magic.
So this weekend we've got Swansea, Matt. Who I believe lost again last night.
I did indeed. I think was it 2-0? Oh no, did they draw?
I'm just double checking. Swansea lost last night against EPR. Their season is now over pretty much. You've got to imagine, unless they lose their last three, their season is nearly certainly over, and they're going to be in the playoffs. Maybe they risk resting some players against us. Maybe. I
mean, well, it was Huddersfield. Huddersfield did it when we reached the playoffs, didn't they? They were pretty comfortably third. Started resting their players 2-3 games from the end of the season, and ended up fifth in the playoffs, didn't they? So I mean, let's be honest. It looks like Bournemouth are on such a run. It looks like third place is theirs. You know, they're pretty much stuck in that fourth, fifth place really in their table, aren't they? Because I don't think they're going to finish above Bournemouth. It will take some, you know, because Bournemouth are on such a roll that, you know, I just can't see it happening. They don't really have anything to play for, but I mean, you don't know until they put the team out, do you? You know, on this show.
I mean, Adam, this is a good point because the thing is, if we do win tonight and then we beat Swansea, all of a sudden we're only 3 points behind Swansea, and Swansea are right back in the mix for dropping out of the playoffs, because yes, there'd only be 2 games left after that, but Swansea would have only picked up 1 win in about 6 by that point. I think they've only won 1 of the last 3. So,
and we'll be on 74 points as well. We'll be on 74 points.
We'd be on 74. Swansea will be on 76. No, we'll be on 73, Matt. Swansea will be on 76. We've got a slightly worse goal difference than Swansea, but again, you know, anything can happen really when we get down to these last few games. And I mean, I'm just looking at Swansea's fixtures. They've obviously got us this Sunday, and then they've got Derby at home, which, to be perfectly honest, is probably going to be our undoing here, because Derby are terrible. But then they're playing Watford away on the last day of the season. So
it's not.
If we do win today and beat Swansea, we could get down to a point where we're only 3 points behind them with a game to go.
Yeah, it's not out of the question. It's almost looking a little bit like the situation that they capitalised on last year with Forest. Forest looks.
Just seen that chance again from the handball, non-handball. I have no idea how he's managed to screw that wide. It's great work by Ajaria to win the ball so high up in the field, but Puskás, I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea how he's managed to screw it wide.
I think I'm sure the ref has blown there, because you see on the replay the ref's already blowing, I think, before the ball's gone out of play. The Luton chance as well. That's such a. It's a difficult chance, but I mean, it's centre of the goal. It's almost just trying to side foot it. You've got to get on target there for Luton. Easily the best chance of the game. That.
So I'm just scrolling through some social media comments, and even on social media, the common theme is, I'd quite like John Swift to be on the field.
But quite polite.
I'm going to have to agree with people at this point. I feel like you're going to have to just roll the dice.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets injured again, he gets injured again. Like, what are we losing by bringing him on?
Yeah,
you know, you can't keep wrapping a player in cotton wool 3-4 games from the end of the season. You know, we need a result. We need a win. You know, it's not about getting draws. We need a win. And right now, nothing is showing me that we can get a win. You know, right now you're looking to the bench for something, and Swift is that player right now, because he's pretty much one of the only players, you know, we got that can change the game.
Swift or Baldock, right?
Swift or Baldock, but I mean, let's say it with a straight face. Do you really think that if we bring Baldock on, he'll score? It's
Swift or Baldock.
Sorry?
Swift or Baldock. I said it with a straight face that time.
Oh. Yeah, no. Well, I'd rather see Mate up top. I think I'd rather see 2 up top, Mate and Puskás up front to start with. You know, maybe look to bring Baldock on afterwards. But I think you got to play Mate up top. You know, you got someone who's as big, as powerful, as strong as him, and we know what he can do. Just put him up top. Put 2 up front. 4-4-2.
Jacob here. Mate up top, Estevez on the wing. I think Estevez going on the wing wouldn't be a bad shout. If you can get the ball out to him, hopefully he'll be able to drive forwards. And he's got to be more effective than Mate's been.
Yeah.
He's got to be more effective than Mate's been.
Absolutely.
Because Mate's been absolutely just completely anonymous out on the wing so far tonight.
Yeah. Like when you think of what he did last year to Luton and what he can do, you know, we know what he can do. He's got, he's got 10 goals already for the season. He's been injured for half it. You know, he's a constant goal threat. He pops up when you don't expect him to. So, yeah, I mean, him up top. You can almost look to bring him up, play a diamond again in the middle, play Estevez on the right, whatever, you know. But it just, Mate up top and Estevez, try it. Why not?
We're buzzing for the second half, lads. Are we ready? Up for it, mad for it? As rampaging rolls. I mean,
we didn't want to get compared to anybody's friend, negative friend again. So we tried to be positive for half time.
It's fine.
I think.
Come on, let's be fair. We've still got a chance. It's still 0-0. We only need one chance here to win the game still. So got to think positive for the second half.
Yeah, because this is it. This is the season here, isn't it? I mean, whatever happens at Barnsley, we can't control at Huddersfield. During Barnsley match. But if we go out and win, we've done our bit. It doesn't matter how we were saying before the match. We don't care how we do it, and I still stick with that. If we win this game 1-0, we've done our part of the plan.
And we won't. Nobody is going to remember how crap we were in the first half if we made the playoffs today after winning.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly, Alex. I like your positivity there. We live in hope. Second half, the players are coming back out now. Barnsley have kicked off their second half a little bit earlier, so we'll probably know the full time there before we do at Kenilworth Road. They were at about 3 or 4 minutes before the second half kicked off, the Barnsley players. So clearly there has been words being said at half time because they were really quite poor in that first half. I
mean, let's be honest. Was anybody that impressed when we played Barnsley?
No, but I wasn't.
They were lucky to get a point.
So,
yeah,
I know we drew against them, but like they weren't overly kind of impressive. I don't think so.
No, I know, I agree, but they've got a way of playing, haven't they? It's an old school. Get it in the mixer, basically, isn't it? Which works for them. They really high press, and it doesn't really matter if you win, does it?
Second half is underway, just about to kick off. Ajaria lining up. Come on, Reading. Here we go. 45 minutes. Save the season.
Had his Bovril. I wonder what kind of man he is at half time. I think he'd be more of a Red Bull kind of guy.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely seen Pounder as a Red Bull.
Yeah,
Red Bull kind of man.
Lucasade.
Orange Lucasade, I reckon.
Orange Lucasade. That is. I used to love that.
That used to be just what you would drink 24/7 in like the late 2000s. That was just like that.
Maybe in your world, Lansley.
Well, in my world, buying it down at the corner shop for like £1 a bottle or whatever it was, or you had the little 50p Euro shopper ones. I mean, that was the life. The little electrolyte Lucasade rip.
That the flavour of summer.
It was the flavour of secondary school.
The elixir of life.
What is your halftime drink of choice, Paul?
Well, watching this, it's been alcohol with some.
No, 2-on-2 here on
yeah.
Oh my God, that almost went past Raphael.
Raphael is he saved it though. Let's look at it.
It looked like it was going past him.
It was almost exactly the same as the one in the first half, wasn't it?
You see that on the replay, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, it's fine, but he gave us a bloody heart attack. He's down there. It's Liam Moore. Don't tell me he's done his shoulder as well. He's done his shoulder, hasn't he? He's dislocated his shoulder. Oh, for Christ's sake.
There's another one. It's a buy one, get one free, isn't it? On the dislocated shoulders.
Oh, what is it with us and dislocated shoulders?
Frederick is in Australia. Who's playing in the what's the Australian league called? Is it the A-League?
A-League.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's not good news at all. Liam Moore there.
Who do we even have on the bench to play at centre back?
Let's put Baldock there.
Oh, he rolls on. That's it.
Well, you're going to have to move one of the central midfielders, aren't you?
Tom Holmes, it is your time to step up and for us to play free at the back.
I mean, who do you play? What are you saying? Play Yeardom and Richards as centre back?
One centre back, 2 defensive midfielders, and throw on Sam Baldock, and we'll play 2 up front. Take the game to them.
He's done himself there, Liam, hasn't he? He's completely missed the ball. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about Gibson, Alfie.
Gibson's fine at centre half. If he comes
Lewis Gibson saved the day. Here we go.
That's going to be our 4th and 5th choice centre back, isn't it? By
Gibson's fine for the Championship, though. I don't have any really worries about him.
I've got no problem with Gibson, but it shows just how bad the injury situation is when we're playing our 4th and 5th choice centre back.
I think he's going to try and continue it more. He looks in a lot of pain, but
I've just read a really weird tweet. Wickham scored a penalty tonight in the 93rd minute to beat Bristol City, and the penalty was won by David Stockdale, the goalkeeper.
What? Akinfenwa, the beast scored the penalty in the 93rd minute.
That's amazing. He's gone up for a corner.
First goal of the season as well, by the way.
Wow.
And they won 2-1.
And
Looking
John,
at the
I'm glad
stats,
you're
though,
enjoying it, giving you a bit
looking at the
of
stats, Wickham battered Bristol.
bit of company there, John. Unfortunately, we haven't brought you any Reading goals, but we do live in hope, don't we?
Make sure John to join us again on Sunday. We'll be back again. Fingers crossed. George Puskas has taken the ball down and he's lost it again. Don't worry.
On the plus side, though, Liam Moore has come back on, and the true bastion that he is, he's soldiering on somehow.
Very nearly scored there with that corner routine. I think it's Mowat probably taking it. I don't really know. And swinging it in, going for a
lot
shot.
of credit because the guy is a warrior, isn't he? Let's be honest. He played for a dislocated shoulder a couple of seasons ago as well.
But you kind of got the I got the impression when he as soon as he sat up, the only way he was going off was on a stretcher, I think, Liam Moore. It's always the way with him, I think.
Sorry, I am so happy that a goalkeeper has won a penalty. If that is correct, that is outrageous.
Wickham are throwing all caution to the wind, I guess. Now they know they're going down in all likelihood anyway, so they're just throwing all caution to the wind to try and win games.
To be fair, they're only 6 points off. It's a little bit of.
That's not a good tackle by Elise.
No.
It's fine. It's not got.
It's a free kick to Luton in their own half.
It's not anything more.
There isn't much drama right here at the moment in the Reading match, unfortunately. There's a lot more at the Barnsley match. Barnsley are really pressing against Huddersfield.
Obviously, their manager shoved the rocket up their arses, and I think the Reading players got a nice little
also better form than us, aren't they? Unfortunately, I know they lost at the weekend, but overall, they are absolutely flying in general, aren't they?
I didn't say that they lost at the
weekend. So it's Luton coming forward. It's gone out for a throw in.
We're still just offering nothing, though, aren't we? Nothing's really.
Luton come away with the ball again. They just keep on winning the ball off us. Is it desire, organisation?
I think it's just quality in more than anything.
Yeah,
it's just not good quality football from Reading so far.
No, it's. Do you remember the FA Cup match?
Yeah, it's very similar, isn't it? Neither team really looked that good, and it's probably going to take one goal to win it from either side.
Yeah.
Luton fans are probably looking at this and how we played again. That's a very good win there. Come on,
Puskas.
Well, he's got no chance there, Puskas, has he?
No.
He's never getting on the end of that.
But Luton fans are probably looking at this and played them. Is it 4 times now this year?
Yeah, we've not
them twice.
Did we beat them at home? I think we did, didn't we?
No.
Yeah,
at home in the league we did, but not in the cup. We played them at home in the.
Yeah, they've got to be watching Reading, thinking, how on earth are Reading just outside the playoffs? We played them 4 times, and only once have they even looked even remotely half decent. I know we played a weakened team in both the cup games, but
how have Luton played in other matches? I don't know how they do against teams that are higher than them.
I know they beat Watford at the weekend.
I don't know about overall, what you've seen. So,
come on, that's
not a good touch again from George Puskas, but Reading have got away with it.
It's going to be straight into the goalie's arms there, though, isn't it? Yeah,
dead
easy.
Not what we needed.
That couldn't have been easier for him, could it? There's bouncing towards him.
Isn't that a save in the 60th minute?
Raphael hasn't made a save, really, though, has he?
No,
yes, he did. Yeah, there was one shot from outside the box, which was quite comfortable, but it was a save. Yeah. Oh, that's a short that pass there, I think, from Ovi.
Well done by Raphael to get that.
Yeah.
Good awareness, quick off his line. So he's looking fine now, isn't he? He's not looking injured or anything, Raphael, to be fair. So
no,
it's just I don't know if it's a tight hamstring or what, but soldiering on. We've got Liam Moore still playing. He's gone down with a dislocated shoulder, probably. Raphael went down, obviously, in the first half.
It might just be the case that he's very cautious of that shoulder.
Yeah.
Is it the same shoulder?
I've no idea. I assume so.
It didn't look like a shoulder that was in its joint properly. I'm saying that. And
is it from your expertise
on the floor?
structures of the bones of the body there. Yeah.
I just
Couldn't think of the right
ways
word.
of-
It's kind of like orthopedic. No, it would be orthopedic. I'm trying to think now the right word for it.
Puskas can win it.
Come on, Puskas,
Oh,
win a
that's well
corner.
done. That's well done.
Yeah, that's okay.
A
Just
bit of
getting the ball
urgency.
up near the Luton goal would be just pass the ball for more than 3 or 4 passes, not giving it away would be a step
You've got
forward. And
two
give it
players
away
on a minute
again.
to throw.
Throw to Luton.
Just cannot. You just can't do anything at the moment. It's just so.
It's been poor, hasn't it? That's what it's been. I mean, what is that?
Don't even know.
The hell was that?
I mean,
Is that
what do
Kansas
we-
shot? That? I mean, I don't know.
What do you even say about this performance so far? Because it's just nothing has changed since half time either.
No, the game is very, very similar to the first half so far.
Good from Rinamoto there to block him out. He's done okay tonight.
In Rinamoto and Laura, we said it in the first half, isn't it? That those two are the only ones really that have done okay. You say Holmes as well, Moore as well has done okay. But
I'm
going
still in shock about the header from the first half.
from Puskas.
I can't believe that.
It's gonna be etched on your
Yeah.
memory. That
That was, it was. I don't know what it was. He's definitely not a chance where you think, oh, he's got to score there, but it's just such a poor attempt, isn't it?
yeah.
Right, Luton corner here, playing it to the edge of the area. That's a poor touch, though. Yeah.
Come on, break.
Come on, break.
Yeah.
It's just gone
Yeah,
away.
again.
It's just lost again.
It's just everything.
The touch
wrong.
from Reading tonight has been honestly absolutely appalling. It's like watching a bunch of pub league players try to bring the ball into control.
Yeah.
It looks like a bunch of players that are feeling the pressure massively to me. And
I mean, if fans were there, you can't imagine there'd be. I think there'd be quite a few choice words that'd be going out about this time about the performance from the stands, because it's just dreadful. It's utterly dreadful. It's just dire. You can't really paint it any other way. You can't really say it in any other way.
I'm not quite sure Raphael was doing that pose there when he caught that ball back. It was kind of odd, wasn't it?
He was squatting. He was stretching his quads.
I don't know what he was doing, but I mean, it was fine. It's just a little bit unusual. Luton coming forward and on the right. Oh, that was lucky.
I thought that was.
That was
Well
a
away.
good cross
That's
into
well
the
away.
box.
I had visions of that deflecting in for some reason there.
Come on, Elise.
At least with a decent run.
First one really of the night.
Not
Not a bad pass, but well cut out there by Luton.
Yeah, it's cleared.
It's going to be a foul.
No, it's
Not
not.
giving a foul.
It's a Rinamoto now. It's not the person
this
who
is
necessarily
where we
wants to
need
be
to
threading
go.
balls through, is he?
Those moments there where Rinamoto picks up the ball, that's where you've got to take advantage, because Luton have moved men forwards, and we're not quite quick enough on the transition to back forwards. And now Luton are back in there.
He's not got that, has he? Really? I love Rinamoto. I think he's really good, but he hasn't got that extra part of his game, has he?
No, but even then, it's happened a few times tonight. We've won the ball on the halfway line. We're not quick enough to turn the ball over and back up to the field.
No, I agree. It's been too slow. Too
This is
slow.
a really
Too
good
all over
point
the place.
By the way, every game this season, we've all been happy with the starting. Well, generally, we've been happy with the starting 11 most of the year, and then we watch performances and we go, "Oh, it's not really that good, is it?"
I think it's been worse since January, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
worse than January.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what our points per game is since January, but it must be quite low. It must be really quite low.
And hell, that was a shocking touch from Liam Moore.
It was a shocking touch, and then he gets bowled over on the floor. I'm worried whenever Moore falls over now, I have to say. His shoulder.
Yeah, we have to win this game. We just have to win this game. And because Barnsley are 0-0, and we just need to
that is
do
one of the
it.
few-
Okay, here's the chance. Come on, Elise.
Connolly.
3-on-3, 4-on-3. Come on.
Nicely done. Go on, Ajaria.
No, that's a goal kick. Oh, it's a corner.
Yeah.
I thought he just fell over there, to be honest.
That is one massive positive so far from tonight, is that Barnsley aren't winning yet, because the whole mood and the whole atmosphere around all the fan base and the players can change with one moment, If we get one lucky goal, one lucky shot, all of a sudden we're 1 point behind Barnsley, or two points behind Barnsley.
Yeah, exactly.
We can overtake them.
It's one moment. One moment.
If
Is this going to
Paunovic,
be
are you looking at the scores at half time?
To take? Come on, let's just get
good ball in, Elise. Come on, that is not great.
Rinomoto with a shot in that's probably going about 15 foot wide, but it's still active with Reading.
Back out
all the way back to Raphael now. All the way back.
I mean, you talk about momentum switches, but I mean, if you're Paunovic at half time, are you looking at the scores? Are you relaying it to
not yet, because we just need to win our own game.
No.
Yeah.
If we don't win, then it's not irrelevant. But if we don't win, then it's almost like we haven't done our job anyway. So
you could almost use it as a carrot, though, couldn't you? 0-0 at the moment. You go out.
The carrot should already be there. The carrot
should be there. Really, mate. I mean, I don't think these players need any more pressure put on them. I don't think.
Bring it down, Pushkas. Oh my!
I don't know what he's doing there. He's just lost all confidence, hasn't he?
Honestly, I try with George Puskas to defend him, and it's so infuriating to watch 80% of the time.
Overhit the pass. There was a pass on there from Yedem, so
back out to Yedem though on the right hand side, 30 yards from goal.
We just need Puskas. I don't care. He just score with anything, and he could change his game completely. Just one off his arse or something.
Least out to Mate out wide, trying to find some space to put the ball in.
We just can't get a ball in at all.
Controls the ball.
They've gone back to the halfway line.
We've got possession anyway, but it's just those moments that have been bad all night, isn't it?
Adam is saying what we're all thinking.
Do a goal.
Do a goal.
Yeah, as long as it's a ready one. Yeah.
Sorry, but Lawrence lost the ball there.
Too easily. Okay, so Luton got to counter. Really counters. Oh, that's just a terrible.
Dreadful.
Yeah.
Okay, Rafa. You can tell Raphael has been told to speed up though, because he got the ball straight away at that goal kick and put it back out.
Which is good. Someone's got to have that kind of speed, because no one else is at the moment. There's no urgency.
And the referees told him to take it back, so almost pointless.
Yeah, but it sends out a message though, doesn't it? I think. Let's just get on with this.
Well, it needs to happen, and the movement's been non-existent this half. I mean, we've actually had a relatively good passage of possession there, as Luton have won it back again in our half. On the right hand side, get the ball in, and it's
one moment of just need to go into blind faith mode here. I think this is what we need to do. Just hope something happens. And we
Wickham. Do you remember the Wickham game at the start of the season where you won 1-0 and we had it was like our first shot on the goal?
Come on,
that's what we need this game. We're
now getting a bit of possession though, aren't we?
We are, and
the ball definitely is in their half more than ours now.
Yeah,
I think Lawrence played well, Joe. I mean, that's a cross into the box. I don't think Puskas could hit that though. Straight to the goalie. Yeah.
I think Tom Holmes has played well.
Yeah, I think Raphael's done okay.
He hasn't really had much to do, has he?
Yeah.
No, I think he's done everything he had to. Okay. Richards probably done all right.
Spilled a couple.
Yeah. Rinomoto, I think he's done fine, but all the others, it's not absolutely abysmal. It's not that.
Unfortunately, the problem is it's the creative players who are not playing well.
Yeah.
Really
really good there from Holmes.
Holmes' positioning
gives it away.
Somehow wins it back as the Luton player tackles his own player, and Obi's now got it on the left.
You've got two men on Obi.
Come on, Obi. Come on, into the box. Come on. It's just crowded out.
So slow there.
I'm just picking the ball up.
I think the problem is with Obi, he's feeling like he has to take on the whole of the team to get a shot away now.
Well, that's because no one else is an option.
Yeah.
No one else is doing anything, and he had 3 players on him there. Trying to run into the box with 3 players, it's just not going to...
Goal kick to Luton. 25 minutes to go, roughly.
Change has got to happen, surely. We've got to make a sub here. I mean, Paunovic can't be watching this and thinking that...
Honestly, are committing so many players forward here. Huddersfield, if they just had any ability of passing the ball in, they'd have chance after chance here. What do I do? What do I do if Sammy
Waitrose would be a must, Paul, if Sam Baldock scored.
Barnsley just scored.
Ugh.
Barnsley are now currently 6 points clear of us. So we have to win this game, but it almost doesn't matter if Barnsley win, does it? So,
And surely someone has to be telling Paunovic has to know about this because he has to know about it at some point, because he cannot let the team continue play as they are when we need a win. You know, throw everyone on. Just do something. Do Jose Gomez bloody kamikaze football. Just do something. Show us something.
Kamikaze football. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter if Barnsley winning, though, does it? It's not so important.
I mean, the problem is if we draw, then the situation really is over.
Yeah.
If you win, at least you're still only 4 points with 3 games to go. It's not likely, but the other option is Huddersfield could still equalise after all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They could. They could.
Not saying they will, but they could.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, we know Barnsley are winning. Yeah.
Don't remind us, please.
Yeah.
Plan C. Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see a plan A, to be honest, right now, because I haven't even understood what our plan is today.
Yeah, it really does like smack of not really having any kind of plan so far tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just abysmal.
And Andrew, in all honesty, the table will basically tell us at the end of the season whether we deserved it or not. If we finish 6th, then
Yeah. Table at the end of the season doesn't lie, does it? It's like when we got promoted under McDermott, people said that was lucky. Well, it wasn't. You played 46 matches, that's where you are. And no, unfortunately, the frustration level, I would say, is similar or growing, to be honest. We just don't look very good at all. Luton going forward here. It's got a massive chance missed for them.
There's chances at the back, isn't there? I mean, we seem to be throwing caution to the wind and throwing caution to the wind without throwing caution to the wind going forwards. We seem to be so open at the back without having anyone going forward when we're
pushing players forward without actually really committing players to attack.
Yeah, and it's leaving us so open. It's pointless.
I've got to say the goal that Barnsley scored, though, was decent, though, overhead kick. It was pretty good.
Was it an overhead?
Yeah.
It was Dyke, wasn't it? I think I just said.
Was it? Wow, was a good finish.
Daryl DK. He's scored quite a few for Barnsley since January.
Yeah, just imagine if we bring on Alpha Semedo in a minute.
If we bring on Alpha Semedo, I'm switching my stream off. S is just like, I'm switching iFollow off and just, no.
I'm looking forward.
I don't think I could.
Oh, there's a chance here for Barnsley for a second. No. That's all right, but there's not much happening in the Reading one at the moment. That's really not great at all.
I think we're
not Trevor Sinclair-esque, but it was decent. It was definitely decent. Trevor Sinclair was from the edge of the area, wasn't it, in the FA Cup for the Fakes? But it was decent. It was decent. Better than anything we've seen tonight. I've no doubt you're right, Alfie. The players are fatigued, and that is a factor, definitely. We've seen a drop-off on performances from multiple players, not just one.
I mean, as performances go this season, though, how bad does this rank as Luton have it in the box?
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst. Definitely not the worst by a long way.
Really? It's up there. No, I think it's up there.
No, I think we're 0-0 away to a team that's mid-table. I think their ones maybe Wickham would come to mind.
Birmingham at home, Preston at home.
Yeah, but the performances are right up there with those performances because this is just dire. There is nothing good I can say about this performance.
This game, there's a bit there. Those games we look horrendous. Yeah, there's a bit. Like we're still 0-0 away at a team who are mid-table. Wickham were bottom of the table. We lost to them. Birmingham were in the relegation zone at home and we lost to them.
Well, there was also the Preston game was the weirdest one because we actually played not that bad and we lost.
Preston was maybe a bit of an exception.
Yeah, calm down, Nathan. Calm down, Nathan. Not
well, Nathan. So let's not get too excited.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, Ajari.
Come on, Ovi.
Go on.
Nothing's getting through. The
Not
the one
really.
moment we do get a little bit of space, it's just getting blocked. It's just been crowded out. It's very similar to the Cardiff game.
We're not
Like, we
really
just
picking up
cannot.
any of the second balls either.
No.
When we're losing the ball later, like, you know, high up at the field.
Yeah, and I'm not confident Huddersfield are going to score an equaliser at all. I'm hoping that creates something, but here's Elise coming forward with the ball.
Come on, you got Ovi to the right.
You've got to do
that
something
pass?
there, please. Oh.
It doesn't want to
Bruno
shoot
still.
enough, Miscus.
None of them want to
Yeah.
shoot. None of them want to take a risk from outside the area.
Come on,
I mean, at least Mate
Have a
tried
go,
to get
Mate.
it away. I mean, I'll take that. He tried to do something. It didn't work, but
it's better to try and fail than not to try at all. So
I mean, we couldn't spend any money, Luke, but we spent an absolute fortune in the last 2 or 3 years to get to that point. You can't forget all the money we spent on Puskas, Jow, Ijaria. So many players we've bought. I mean, it's incredible amount of money we've spent. And we're still not going to make it into the playoffs in all likelihood, are we? Unless we get a goal here. And
looks like we've got a player that's just about to come on as well on the far side. It looks like, fingers crossed, that's Swift. If it's a mate,
Well,
like
it
South
looks-
Africa, Michael.
Right.
what was that? Oh my god!
What is? Has Mayte just air kicked the ball there?
He's managed to keep it in play.
Yeah,
Oh, I just thumbs up today. I'm just hoping that Swift who's on the far side ready to come on.
Yeah, it is John Swift coming on.
Oh, thank God. Probably 10 minutes, probably later than I think everyone would have wanted, but
it's
that's
probably about,
Paunovic, isn't it? That's a great ball.
it's not.
That's
Yeah, it feels like we're slowly moving towards the end of the Reading FC season here, aren't we? We need two things to happen for us there.
Postcast for Swift.
Mayte must be going up front.
Mayte must be going up top, but
I think it's a fair
surely he must.
substitution, isn't it? Puskas
I mean,
is-
in all honesty, Puskas has played dreadfully.
He's done nothing. Yeah, no,
But-
it's yeah.
And
surely
I'm not-
we need to go two up front here.
Yeah,
This is a
exactly.
game we've got
It's
to
like-
win. Yeah,
I mean, maybe Bulldog is coming on very shortly.
he's
Yeah,
got
but
to.
surely you do a like for like and just bring on Bulldog now. You don't leave it one up top for another 5-10 minutes, however long it'll be.
At least
It's
Bulldog's
just-
not going to be fatigued if you put him on.
Sorry?
Bulldog isn't going to be fatigued if you put him on, is he?
No, that's true. Yeah. But, I mean, surely, if you
Once again, that's never a free kick referee. Tom Holmes won the ball very, very cleanly there, and the rest giving him a free kick against him for some reason.
Yeah,
the little arm in the back, to be fair,
it's a
but
bit harsh, that wasn't it?
yeah, it's very soft. Very soft.
Huddersfield are going kamikaze here, which I guess could go either way in their game against Barnsley.
I mean, at least they're going for. At least they're trying to equalise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they've definitely tried in this game, but not much quality.
Sounds like they're doing more than us, though, to try and win the game.
Yeah, which wouldn't be hard, would it?
It wouldn't be hard at all.
No. Still 1-0.
I'd be interested.
Don't you dare say
Raphael, get the ball out there. Get him out to the players.
hold out
Just
quick.
get some energy. I mean, he's saying this all the match. Energy. That's all I want to see. Some passing, some shape, some movement, and it's just not been there.
Gavin has got it here. When we are crying out for Sam Baldock, we do know we're really desperate.
Sorry, Ben. We've jinxed it. We're all to blame. That's what it is. Maybe we can change that tonight. I mean, I'm
We had
not.
such a good run as well on EPR Watchalongs to begin with. I think we won the three we did.
It was Eric, wasn't it? It was when
Come
Eric
on, Rhino.
just came on.
Oh, go on, Rhino.
Come on.
That's a foul ref.
Nah, it's not a foul, Alex, is it? You know it's not.
I'm a Reading. It's a foul.
Oh, here's a big chance for Luton.
Go on, Holmes. Get there.
Nah. That's
Okay,
another poor pass.
Holmes has done enough to make the pass poor.
Yeah. Just a shot. Just a shot would be good. Just anything in that area. Yeah. Just something. Okay, here's a cross coming in, and it's way over everyone. It's not even near anyone.
For a goal kick. We've not even had a shot on target yet today, have we? I can't even remember a save.
Nope, as Rob has just pointed out, we have not had a shot on target.
No.
Oh, shit.
That's been awful. I want to put a positive into this. It's really hard when you're watching your team trying to get into the playoffs, and we're now in the 75th minute, and we haven't had a shot on target, and we haven't really come that close.
The night goes from bad to worse, as I think Barnsley have just gone 2-0 up.
No, they haven't.
No?
No.
Excellent. Okay, I thought they had.
Paul, don't you dare say something in about 10, 15 seconds. If you do, you're
going to make
so. Man cry.
Well, I'm on the red button, so who knows? It could also have happened. It's so slow.
This next minute's going to be torture, Paul. You realise that?
Well, if we don't win, Matt, it doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't. It doesn't. But I mean, it's the hope that kills you, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yeah, totally. Come on, Tom. Tom's been good tonight, Tom Holmes.
Got some space there, Holmes. Run.
Energy. We saw some there. Come on.
I think he's playing right back now, Holmes. He's way out there.
Ovi. Have a shot, Ovi.
Someone's got to have a shot. We've had the ball outside their area. Finally. Someone has a shot.
Corner.
I don't know where this has come from, but this is fantastic.
Yeah, I love this.
We are all behind you.
Almost a chance. Almost a chance.
If we get a winner and Sam Baldock gets it, I will happily send this person a case of some Brewdog. if Sam Baldock gets it.
It's going to happen.
Super Sammy, you're getting a crate of Bulldog, aren't you? We believe we can win.
Oh, that's so poor into the area. That's so frustrating.
Pleasure for you. Pleasure having you, Blue White Wall. Unfortunately, not really a pleasure to be watching the game currently, but
yeah,
glad you can join us.
I mean, I guess we've had a little bit more pressure in the last 5 minutes, but not much quality. The Oviajaria shot, which went wide from a deflection. Wow. The only shot we've had.
Is Luton on the bench today?
I assume he must be. It's normally where he sits on match day, isn't it, really? Kind of.
Surely it's 76, it's 77 minutes.
He's coming on as you mention it.
Oh, here he is.
Sammy Baldock is on the pitch. It's happening, everyone. Right. Bring it. Of course. This is what we need. We need a defensive-minded player in this situation.
Holmes is off as well. And is that Ovi off as well in the background?
No, Holmes hasn't come off.
No. I don't understand why you take Ovi off. I mean, has he been great? No, he hasn't. But we need something. You can't take players off who just might do something.
Oh, and it's Richards as well. So you've got Richards off. You've got 3 at the back.
Honestly, don't know about the formation anymore. Don't really care.
Yeah,
we really might do it.
Let's just lock those men in the box.
Just a goal.
It's the same as Cardiff, isn't it? At the weekend, just get people up there.
Find a shot. Find a chance.
Yeah. Oh, Elise is good. So we've taken off Elise and Ajaria. I mean, again, they've not really done anything.
We can all
Huddersfield just had a great chance there and hit it straight at the goalie for Barnsley. Oh.
We can sit here and criticise taking Ajaria and Elise off, but the fact is we haven't had a shot on target today yet,
and they've not done anything.
No.
Yeah.
I'd love to sit here and complain about it, but there's not really a reason that they should be on the field at the minute either.
I guess only moments before that, Ijari had the first shot. I'd say the second half, though. I mean, it's pretty desperate. I agree.
Semedo net buster, I'd take that. And a Luco net buster from 45 yards, I'd take that. Just anything, just something. We've got 15 minutes to kind of keep the season alive here.
A Semedo goal that I follow misses, something, just anything. Like
I follow special, yeah.
That's where we're at. Like
throughout the match, Luton have looked more likely to score, though.
Oh, easily.
They should have scored. But they haven't. And it's still 0-0. And we still have a chance to win this.
Tom Holmes is just playing that fantastically. I'm really impressed with Tom Holmes again.
Yeah, he's been really good. Yeah.
He's almost just settled into that centre-back spot just so seamlessly since Morrison's been injured. We bring it forward Swift. Got it. He's got
give it Swift.
I thought he should have given it to Yedom on the right there, but
I thought he was going to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
out left. Semedo on the edge of the box.
Semedo. Well, it's tricky though. It was tricky.
Yeah. Is that a Luco wide on the left now as well? Wins a corner.
Sebastian, greetings from Chile.
Here we go then.
Greetings from Berkshire as well. But
yeah, greetings.
I don't think we've ever had a player in Chile.
No, we've never had a player from Chile. I'm pretty sure on that one. No.
Corner Reading.
That was all right when we signed it. The corner was not good.
And it's easily away.
Good track.
Luton are great team, well played by Rinamo today.
What has Raphael done there? What has he done? How is he?
It sums up the game, doesn't it? He's got it back now, though. It's fine. It's fine. But
great, Jesus, it's awful.
Anyone that says Raphael's distribution is good, you're just lying.
I don't think anyone says that, Matt. Do they?
I think no. I think the quote that gets used is he's good with his feet, which is different to his distribution is good.
Okay. Yeah. That's semantics, that one, isn't it? Really.
It's semantics.
Yeah. Oh, Christ,
yeah, I guess that's Sebastian. I didn't think it was because you're a massive Reading fan. How have Luton not scored there?
I don't even know.
Great reasonable save by Raphael. I think it's hit straight at him though.
Yeah.
No, it's gone. He's shanked it wide. I think.
No, he hasn't. I think he has. Wide, surely.
No, I think he has.
It's a save, but
it's saved. Yeah, I was thinking there was no way that Raphael hasn't saved that.
I don't understand. Raphael's diving to his left, and the ball goes. He dives to his right, and the ball goes to his left.
I don't think you are going to do that, Sammy. I really won't.
Well, we've clipped that as well. You could be getting a crate of beer, but Paul, you might be getting a season ticket.
No, keep the money, mate. Keep the money. I appreciate that. But I also think you're going to be safe on Bulldog scoring as well. But I hope I'm wrong. Because I think he's been poor because he hasn't touched the ball, but I just don't think he's going to get a chance. We don't look like we're going to create anything.
I'm enjoying this tweet that we've just been sent on Twitter. The only time Paulo has gone adventurous is when he's had lemon in his Diet Coke.
Here we go.
Matt, can you think of a time when Paulo has gone adventurous other than having lemon in Diet Coke?
I'm trying to think.
Well, I'd
probably the last match, wasn't it? Yeah, that's it.
I feel like you two have missed the boat there on going with something like Paulo having soup straight out of the can and not warming it up.
No, I didn't. I don't think now's right for it.
Actually, Moore's coming off now as well, isn't he?
I swear there's something's happening with Eric's jokes here. This is an internal comment, but there's something happening. It's like
88th minute, we are bagging.
I hope so. And what's even just as important is Huddersfield, if they could score. It is not looking at the moment like that's going to happen. Barnsley have got a corner right now, so Liam Moore has just gone off as well. His shoulder doesn't look great. Gibson is on. I think Barnsley try and score from every single corner, which is, you've got to admire that.
I mean, isn't that the way to go?
From the corner.
I was going to say, I'm sure, surely that's the objective.
No, direct from a corner though. That's amazing. I love that.
Wigan did that quite a few times last season. I think they scored 4 corners last season. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. No, it's quality because you're going to get chances from it, aren't you? Well, Rafa takes a goal kick here. It's just bouncing around in the pitch. There's no one really showing any control or finesse from either team, is there? It's like, do you want to have a go? Oh, you have a couple of passes. Oh, no, you have it back. No, you have a go.
I mean, today, so we spoke about it against Cardiff on Friday. Today is the day when you have to have Raphael go forwards. If we get a chance in the 90th minute plus, we have to send Raphael up on set pieces because a loss just doesn't matter anymore. No,
you've got to go for this. And it's just another woeful, just free kick. I don't know what's going on there. I'm losing all. It's draining out. No, we're not doing a Bulldog song. Unless he scores. If he scores the winner, Rafa to get us a pen. Oh, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Rafa take it.
Oh, good play by Luca there.
Come on.
Get it out wide. Don't lose the ball there.
Yeah, well, Alex, you know what they did? What they did?
To nobody.
Oh.
It's genuinely, it's like watching Sunday League football. The quality has been abysmal today.
Well, no, I think the worst thing is the players know they're being rubbish as well. It's now in their head. They're feeling that pressure so much. They felt it at the kickoff, but they just got so worse.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna knock the effort or knock the desire, but the
here we go.
Come on, get there.
Too long to cross it there, Bulldog. Mate was free.
Yeardom was at the back post as well there.
Yeah.
It's a corner at least. At least it's a corner.
From Swift. That's why you want him on the pitch, isn't it?
You rarely see a note in Sunday League. Yeah, but you get shots in Sunday League, James. So
you do.
That's not. I don't know if that was a poor corner or one they worked.
I don't think that's a corner you work, is it?
No, there was.
It just didn't come off.
A chance basically was fashioned from, I think, the Luton player smacking it against his own player. So, especially counting on the other team to do that every time. It's
any sign of a Huddersfield equaliser, Paul?
Well, Huddersfield have got a throw in on the edge of the Barnsley area here at the moment, but
come on, you Terriers!
I guess it's not possible, but it's not looking likely. But if we don't win, it's kind of irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah. Even if Huddersfield draw, it's almost irrelevant if we really get a draw.
If we don't win our game,
at least it's only 4 points in 3 games, but you're clutching it. I'm clutching.
We're clutching a draw, aren't we?
Massive. Yeah.
When we still got to play Swansea and Norwich.
Yeah, we got no form at the moment at all.
No. Right, one win in 8. I think I saw someone say 3 minutes ago.
8.
One win in 8, and really that kind of sums up the end of the season for us. You know, if you even turn one of those extra games into a win, we're in with a chance of the playoffs still. And instead, we're going to have 1 win in 8, and that's what 20% of the season we're going to pick up 1 win.
We've become quite good at drawing, haven't we?
Which was weird because we could never draw a game at the start of the season, could we? It was always win or lose, win or lose, win or lose. And now we can't bloody win and we can't bloody lose. We can only draw now.
Bringing the banter. 5-year deals for a Bulldog and a Luco. I think so, Jeff. I reckon you should fund it. I think that'd be the way forward.
If they score, we'll start a crowdfunding page.
Yeah, I don't think we get much.
Oh, go on! Oh, it's just away. Oh, that was
just not happening, is it?
We can still do it. We can still
got time. We can still win this game. It might be
0-0. One chance.
Swift with the ball into the back stick. Corner Reading.
Got to be corner.
Yeah. Corner to Reading.
Come on then. That was a tough chance there. Was it Semedo flick? That was.
He tries to almost. He tries to flick it, doesn't he, with his
That was not.
Left foot. Come on, Luco.
That's the corner they're trying to work. Clearly, the near post.
It's got to be low to the front post, doesn't it?
Well, that's the best shot we've almost had there from Gibson, but it was about 4 yards wide and never really.
He does like a long range shot, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I'm not sure they pay off. I think His long range shooting is not fantastic. Yeah, this is very similar to Forest last season. They started really strongly, looked like they were going to make the playoffs quite easily, and then just fell away completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, one advantage, we're not going to do it right in the last seconds of the season, so at least you know it's going to happen. You lose hope a little bit earlier. We absolutely destroyed Forest seasons last year, didn't we? Absolutely killed them.
I mean, you say it was us, but I think it was them doing it to. It was Bryce Sanders.
Yeah, I know. I want to take some pleasure from it, Alex. Just give me it. Give me it. Right now, we are drawing 0-0 with Luton. We haven't really had a shot on target, I don't think, throughout the whole match. We need to win to have any chance in the playoffs. The opposition, the team that's above us are winning. I need some pleasure.
I mean, not to get too deep just before Luton wasted time in this corner, but the beauty of the Championship and the beauty of football is the chase and the fight and the journey.
That sounds like trying to date a woman. And when you finally do, you think, well, I'm done now, aren't I? It's over, isn't it? You know, or a bloke, whichever one it is. I'm not sure. No, I think the outcome is more interesting. But fair enough, John.
All about the journey, John. I totally
Marcello at Everton. I know you're a fake. I know you are.
he's hoping for a goal. Got his bet already.
He's definitely had a bet, old Marcello, isn't he? He sat there in San Sebastian, just living the dream.
These questions would have to be asked. Why on earth would you be putting money on Reading right now?
Because you don't watch us play. And you got us on a massive accumulator. That's why.
Rule one of betting, though, do not bet on
Reading.
Reading.
Come on, Nico. Bring the magic. He's done all right there. He's done
very well. He's won a free kick. Very well played.
Oh, yes. This is the man we want. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. Bring him on. Light up the goals.
Paul Brayson. Let's get Paul Mann on.
149.
Stop.
To be perfectly honest, SBK.
Yeah.
We kind of have.
We have.
If Barnsley make the playoffs, fair play. They've had a really.
Yeah,
really
I'd be happy to see Barnsley go up, to be honest, if it's not us. So I've got no anger for you. But, you know.
There's 4 added minutes, Andrew. We're 1 minute down so far.
I have to say, I'm surprised it's 4 minutes.
Oh, dear me.
Is this Swift range? Will Swift shoot from here?
Not as much as you, mate. You love him more than me. That's a turn.
Come on, Swifty.
Come on, Swift.
If ever there was a time to put a decent...
Well, I can think of other times, but...
I think he's shooting.
It's on target. It was on target. But
he fumbled it in his hands as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
yeah, Barnsley are going to win their match. Huddersfield have completely run out of any energy and idea. Yeah, shot on target. I'll tell you what, Andrew. At least you haven't got to record a podcast about this. That is the one upside for you. Because I've now got to record a podcast.
Downside is
about 20 minutes at most. It's been so poor. But thanks to everyone who's joined us tonight. It looks like it's going to be a draw for Reading, but it's not possible. We could get a late winner. Appreciate you all coming in and having a chat, despite the fact that we've not played.
Wrong throw in here from Alpha Semedo. Surely you chucked the goalkeeper up for this.
Yeah, I think
he's got it, doesn't he?
It's not.
Yeah. Why are we not putting the goalie up for it? Might as well. Yeah.
You got nothing to lose. Like
now, it's his time. Corner Reading.
Corner. Send Rafaela. Just everyone. Just
because they've been better from the bench. That's why. That's the simple truth, isn't it? Corner just about to come in. This is probably the last chance. I mean, there's a little bit more time left, a minute or so, but
Raphael's not even up, is he? I don't think.
No, he's not gone up at all.
Why?
Oh, what is that control? Oh, dear. I mean, it's not been pretty, has it, at all? This is one of our ugliest performances all season. I mean, we're not probably going to lose, but that's not really what it's about. And Barnsley have won their match, so I think we can say playoffs are kaput, done, finished.
Over.
It's not happening, is it? No.
It's always next year.
There is indeed. And Luton have
Always
a great
next year.
chance there. I mean, it's still going to get one hit. No. Good save from Raphael.
Well, that's going to be the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
How thoroughly disappointing.
Thanks, James. Who's going to be lit, man? Tell me who this person is. I want to know. That's it, John. That about sums it up. But Luton here with a last chance to score a winner, which would be fitting, really, in many ways for our season. Absolutely crap header there. 0-0. 2 shots on target, maybe in the whole match from Reading.
And one of them
really poor. Not good
again.
enough. That is full time. Panovic gives a fist bump. Playoffs done. We are in the championship for next season. Barnsley will be there. We've made a mess of the season since January, haven't we? We've got no one to blame but ourselves. I know we've had injuries, but it's not been good enough. We felt the pressure. We've lost our form. Teams have worked us out as well. Panovic hasn't adapted in many ways, and his substitutes haven't helped. But tonight, from the first minute, it was flat and not good enough. Yaku Mate with his head down, walking off the pitch, but no lack of effort from the players. We're just not good enough, was it, Alex?
No, there's no lack of effort, but 1 win in 8 now, and that pretty much tells you all you need to know about the season, right? It's if you can't win more than one win in 8 or 1 game in 8 at the end of the season, you probably don't really deserve to end up in the playoffs at the end. So
no, not really, Matt. Quick summary on that one.
Just poor, just deflating. What more can you say? It's gutting, really. It's really gutting. Such a good start to the season. It's just fizzled out, hasn't it? Ever since that injury run over Christmas, it started to fizzle out. We fought back in February, early March, but it's just been dire the last 6 weeks. Like Alex says, 1 win in 8.
It's not good enough, is it? You can't get into the playoffs in that form and expect it. We've done basically what somebody mentioned earlier. We've done a flourish from last season, haven't we? We haven't had the quality. And championship again, right then. We are going to go. Thanks for that, Alfie. Appreciate that. We are going to go into the live one on Twitter, Facebook, and probably not YouTube. But cheers. Thanks a lot. Bye.